Hey everyone, I'm John Ennis.
And I'm Ruth Brown.
And now we're going to do the Tandem Charleston Week 2 recap from June 2014 in Richmond, Virginia, home of the process. Okay, so now we're going to talk a little bit about this entrance. So last week we did this thing where we went rock, step, triple step, break, rock, step, into tandem. That was the little entrance we did. This week we worked on the styling of that a little bit and to some extent the function of it because of this move we're going to do in a minute. So once we got into rock, step, triple step, break, now what I'm going to do is I'm really going to think about getting in the position where I can push this foot behind me and I can try to match Ruth's body shape so I can very easily get her into tandem. And I may need to do a little ball change here. I didn't really get a chance to talk about this in class. We have triple step, break. I might go, depending if I'm on this foot, I might go ball change to get closer. Or if I'm in this foot, I might just go step to get closer. Depends on how I land and how things are going. But whatever you need to do, you get close to your partner, be on your left foot leads so you can push through, get your arm out to balance yourself, and then it's tandem. Comments for follows?
So for follows, on this part we just worked on like having a nice stretch way and kind of paying attention to the momentum that the leader is giving us to have this nice sort of like rotational rock step. And then we added like a little styling onto that by adding a little kick step.
Oh yeah, when we save that for the push on that.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so so once we get into tandem, then we can do a similar movement where I'm going to do a push out. And the key things here are on 1, 2, as Ruth comes back into me, I'm going to put my hand on the base of her spine, basically where, just above where her belt line would be, where I can get, it's the top of her pelvic girdle, I believe. So what we've got is a rock step together, I'm connected, and then as she leaves, I do kick, step. We both do kick, step, but I use that momentum that we already have to get her out on kick, step. Now we are in a very familiar position where I can do this rock step and pull her back into tandem. So that's a little move called push out.
So we can do it all together?
Yes, all together. That's our good. Bum, bum, shoot. Bum, bum, shoot. Bam. So the handwork here is rotate. My hand is right there on the small of Ruth's back, and I'm going to give her a nice push out like that. But it doesn't really take a lot of pushing because we're already both moving forward.
Yeah, you're more just kind of following through on the follows.
Yeah, that's where I would.
Yeah, and so then this is where we put in the like the follow styling. Maybe if we can do it so that you're sending like pushing out this way.
Yeah.
So that was like this. 6, 7, 8. Step, kick, step, kick. Okay.
What do you want? Okay.
Yeah. Just.
Okay, sure.
So the gang.
Boop, boop, boop.
Down.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And do your little break too, or no?
No, we can do that.
Okay, great. So that's a cool move. And then finally we work a little bit on this exit, which is based on the same principle. Where now I'm going to do the same thing, but good night, guys. We did this move in hand to hand. We learned this from Juan and Sharon. Rock, step, break. Exit from hand to hand. Now we're going to do the same thing in tandem. So now we're going to do the push out, but then we're going to follow it with this break exit. So we got our push out, step, rock, step, break, and this will be a better angle. 2, 3, 5, 7, 2, 3, 4, 6, rock, step. Nice. And so that gets stuff.
Yeah. So for follows, make sure that you're keeping your arms out during this process, so that you don't get all caught up in the leaders. That if you keep your arms out, and then the leaders can adjust around your arm, and then your arm comes back naturally to its resting place, versus being in this position where you have to.
Right, exactly. And related to that, as after this rock step right here, if the rock step is 1, 2, I want to have my hand on Ruth on 3 because I need her to stay on her right side on 4. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. We're both on our right foot. But on 4, I switch over to my left foot, but I keep her on her right foot. Then 5, I bring us into the middle. So that's how we end up in this position. So if we do it again. 1, 2, 3. 5, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So in that case, the break is on 1. But the idea is that there are 2 beats when she's on her right foot, but I'm going right-left during those 2 beats. That's what makes the magic happen. That's it. Thanks a lot. We'll see you guys next week.
That was a long one.
And then